Hi, it's Patsy. So I'm come to do the week ahead reading from the 12th to the 16th of August. And instead of using the tarot, I thought I'd use this new deck that I got and showed in a walkthrough a couple of days ago, or was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. The Ravens Wand Oracle. So I thought I would use this because it's such a gorgeous deck and it gave me a chance to use it to do the week ahead reading with it. So I'll do it the same way as I normally do, and we would have the 4 cards as normal. So the first card, as always, is, oh excuse me, I've been sneezing and coughing all morning, the energies around us this week for the 12th to the 16th of August. There we go. So it's mistakes teach us. So what I'm getting from this card is that this week is a time for us to be careful not to make mistakes that we've made in the past, because we're supposed to learn from our mistakes, and if we don't learn from them, we'll just continue to make them. We'll just carry on doing it. So I do think this week this is something that we've got to be aware of, not to go jumping into something again and doing something that we've done in the past and we've known that it's a mistake. So this isn't the main message I'm getting from this, that we're supposed to learn from them, but we don't always. Sometimes we'll continue to make the same mistakes till we do eventually learn. So maybe this is something that some of you need to be aware of this week. So yeah, this is the main sort of thing that I'm getting from this. But then I'm just going to put it back, but then when I look at this image, she's a young image, isn't she? She's a young girl, and it could be that with some of us with older children, I know I've got older children who've all left home and what have you, sometimes they make mistakes in their lives that we want to put them right, but we can't. We have to leave them to live their own lives, make their own mistakes and learn from them themselves, because it's the only way they're going to learn. So it could be that for others of you, it's not you who's about to make decisions that you're probably going to regret, but it's probably that you're having to watch your children or someone around you go into something that you know deep down that it's not right, but you've got to let them learn and be just let them learn for themselves, because that's the only way that they will learn. So what is the obstacles of the week? And we have needs before wants. I love this card. I love all of these cards. The images are just gorgeous. So needs before wants as an obstacle. So again, this very much goes with this one, doesn't it? Because if it's you thinking about doing something or getting something that you don't really need, you just want something for this, then this is saying this is going to be an obstacle for you, because you're not thinking about whether you need this in your life. It's because you want it, and there's two different things, haven't they? As long as we've got everything we need, the wants are very often a luxury, aren't they? And sometimes we have everything we want in our lives, but it doesn't want us to stop us wanting better or wanting more. And that's probably what you're going to be faced with this week. But deep down you may know that this isn't the right way. Maybe you know that you don't really have to have, you only want, it's not a need. So it may be something you need to be looking at this week for some of us. And also in the respect of, if this is a child in your life who's you can see are going to make a mistake, it could be for the same reason. It could be that they feel that they want something, and they put in that before what they actually need in their lives. So it could be like something as simple as they just started running a house, but they decide they want a car, but there's perfectly good public service. They don't need to buy a car when they've got all this expense of a house to run or what have you. but they still want this car, and you know it's going to get them into financial trouble, that kind of feeling. So this week, you know, before we make any decisions, ask ourselves if it's something we have to have, you know, in our life. Do we need it, or is it just because we want it? We have to, you know, allow past mistakes and think of past mistakes where we've probably made these decisions to go ahead and do something just because we wanted to, when in fact there wasn't no need for it, and it's probably not worked out too great. So, you know, learn from them past mistakes. Then the next card for what we can do, you know, what steps we can take to overcome this obstacle. So it is walk with wings. Now I don't know if you can see on this image, she's walking on a very tight branch, but they've all got thorns in it, and all around her are bees, what could easily sting her. So this is telling you to not just jump in and possibly make these mistakes again, but to think about it, because it could so easily end up burning you, stinging you, getting a thorn in your foot, that kind of thing. Sometimes it's best not to act quickly, but to stop and think about it, learn from the past, and decide if it's something we definitely need rather than just want, because if we don't and we just dive in, then we could end up getting stung. And this is what it's kind of telling you to do. Take a step back, and even though she looks happy enough to do it, she's not watching where she's going. She quite easily put a foot on that, and then she'll be sorry. So this week it's telling you, before you run ahead and make a decision about something what you want in your life, ask yourself if it's something that you really need, or you know, whether it's not unnecessary and going to probably make things worse rather than better, that kind of thing. So the outcome for the week, Sanctuary. So the end of the week is a time where he's looking in that direction of where everything's gone on. Sanctuary is your place where you have everything you need. Again, it's not everything you want, but it's everything you need. So to me, this is sort of saying that by the end of the week, you're going to decide that, you know what, I probably should learn from the past mistakes. I have everything I need around me. It may not be everything I want, but I have everything I need. And in life, sometimes that's enough. And sometimes it's best to stay in this place rather than go for what we want and risk getting ourselves burnt in the process. So that is this week's message. Sorry if it's a bit rambly, but it's the first time I've used these cards. But on the whole, I do think it's a card. These cards are gorgeous, and they are sort of saying this week to think about whether you have everything you need, even if there is things that you want, and not to rush ahead and put yourself in a precarious position just because you want something, but to be satisfied with what you already have in your life, because you have everything you need. And as long as you have everything you need, then you have everything. And just, you know, stop and think before charging ahead and probably regretting decisions that you're going to make this week. So I hope that makes sense for some of you, and I hope it wasn't too rambly. But I really like these cards, and I'm really going to enjoy working with these. They're such gorgeous images, and I hope you can see them all, because you may take a message for yourself from the cards what have come out, what is different to what I've just given you. So the first one, the energy around us, is the mistakes teach us. Obstacles we could face is needs before wants. What we need to do to overcome the obstacles is walk with wings. And the outcome of the week, we have Sanctuary. So there we go. You'll have to let me know in comments what you think, but these cards are gorgeous, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye.